Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Welcome again. You have clicked on Ancestral Diet. The thing about ancestral diets, I am going to, excuse me, I'm going to poo-poo an ancestral diet. It is perhaps clumsily, unknowingly, the go-to of our ancestors. Do you think that they knew about amino acids, essential fatty acids in the fish, and micronutrients? They didn't. The reason why there is such thing as an ancestral diet is that which didn't involve crops, farming, that sort of ancestral diet. I'm referring to the carnivores, the keto people out there. The reason why there was such a thing as keto and carnivore ancestral tenets is that if you had stuff, if you had property, if you had land, if you grew something, the hordes would come and take your harvest. That part it's been talked about from time to time, different people from that comment on topics of ethics, property rights, ownership rights, all that sort of thing. Food and nutrition should be in part of that. So, firstly, the ancestral diet is not natural. It was essential for the times, because those times, those prehistoric and even into recorded history, different populations only had access to the animals they killed, because if there was any storage, growing of crops, if we were to invent refrigeration before its time, it would be robbed by the people in your own village and the hordes beyond your village and the like. Even whole countries would come and take your harvest. So the reason why we have this ancestral thing, killing our animals, it's natural. We just kill animals and we eat them. Well, it's natural in that state where if you have something, it'll be taken. So you lived on nothing. You killed your animal, you processed it, and in the times of inventing fire, we cooked. We cooked our meat. So even then, you would get the hordes looking, and there was probably even village to village combat from a big beast that was being eaten. So whatever would have been grown, stored, or even controlling of land would be taken off you, or challenged. At least it would be challenged by that village, that band of villages and nations as a whole. So that's why we have this ancestral tenant diet out there, which is carnivore and keto based. It is unknowingly more nutritious than the vegan and vegetarian, pescatarian type diet. There are conditions that we got to within all those times. At the moment, in this day and age, veganism is more doable And the reason why many of the carnivore keto type people out there which suggest that veganism has been tried in the past is that it's been tried because it couldn't be sustained because of the ownership. Law wasn't developed, enforcement of the law wasn't developed, appreciation of the law wasn't developed, the rule of law. And when you go and rob people's stuff, you can't sustain holding a harvest of particular foods because it's gone from the people that take it. Not just yourself, but your own chief, your king, your government takes it. And that's why we haven't had longer periods of veganism. I've always said that you can do what I advocate for here. The Health 44 can be done, can be achieved through a vegan diet, because vegans do struggle to take in, we've heard this from carnivore people and keto people, that they can't take in ample amounts, or the amounts that we require of vitamin B12, certain amounts of amino acids, and the particular vitamin A, and certain vitamin D even. So zinc, calcium, yes. Okay, so you know what I'm getting at. You can live multi-generationally now with a vegan diet, because even the carnivores and the ketos aren't out of the woods. They aren't getting all the particular micronutrients that we require. We need 90 declared essential micronutrients. Our food supply chain is stuffed, even with the carnivores and the ketos out there. Definitely with the vegans and the vegetarians, pescatarians, because our soils have been hampered for 1.5 centuries. We don't do ash practice anymore. We've effectively mitigated seasonal flooding, and they were the means where we used to get different amounts of minerals in our soils. And now we only get NPK on our soils. They're the only 3 minerals we get. There's 13 declared essential minerals by the mainstream, but there's 60 declared minerals in the alternate stream. The alternate stream doesn't know exactly how many we need, but 60 is the number, because 60 is the amount of minerals that all vertebrates require. And that's what I'm trying to advocate for here. And the extended advocacy that I suggest for the world is the Health 44. Health happens when you do the 44. The first 4 of the 44 is, rolls off the tongue for me, this sort of stuff, this pitch. The first 4 of the 44 is taking away 90+% of the supermarket. A modern thing. Take away the glutens, oils, sugars, nitrates, nitrites. Gone. Particularly people that suggest gluten is wheat, barley, and rye. Also oats, and also buckwheat should be out. Oils means all oils in a bottle, even olive oil, yes. Fried food, burnt animal fat, eliminated. Those carnivores out there, that burnt animal fat is making your stats go up with bowel cancers and all different cancer rates with the carnivores and the ketos. Food preparation is important. Sugar, we know about the processed sugar, the stuff that we sprinkle on our whatever, and nitrates, the carcinogen, which is worse than smoking, obesity, and whatever you want to chuck in there with carcinogen effects. So those meats, processed meats, bacon, corned beef, pastrami, ham, spam, elimination. Okay, so those carnivore people which eat the bacon and the ham, you're increasing your rate of cancer, and you will become a statistic to poo-poo the carnivores down the track and your food prep. So even though vegans have issues, so do the carnivores. Yeah. Okay, so we need to supplement these days. The second for the 44 is bring in those 4 categories of micronutrients. Forget about the macros. Don't worry about the protein, fats, carbohydrates. We need to take in the micros. 60 declared essential micronutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. And then within no time, your condition, stopping aging, slowing down aging. I slowed down my aging from the age of 47. Now I'm 51. And there was quite a bit of damage done before then. If I'd have started in my 20s or 30s, or even better, from birth, like my little one is, don't be surprised to get more centenarians, that we'll get more centenarians out there. So that whole ancestral diet fallacy, idea, notion, is BS the way we look at it. It was circumstantial. What's the other idea that relates to? Consequential. It was a consequential idea where we had to eat animals because it was desperation, and ownership issues and wars, tribal wars, all that sort of thing, only enabled us to live that way. And we have different goals now. We have historically relative safety in most countries around the world. We don't have this idea of absolute survival where, let's face it, the carnivores and the ketos would lap that up, even though I'm pretty much heavy keto. Just for the disclosure out there, beef, eggs, yogurt, milk is 99% of my diet. A few herbs and spices, that sort of thing. Fruit and veg about twice a year. That's it. No grains anymore. Going on a year fairly soon. I was having rice and corn before, so I'm also evolving. The difference of goals of different time frames in human history, like we didn't have such a thing as longevity science in prehistoric times, where they don't care whether to die of a heart attack at age 60. They cared whether to survive to age 30. You see the difference in the motivations. So if we can get together and suggest that there'll be more vegan centenarians out there in 30 years, then good. The only successful vegans will be the ones that are supplementing with 90 plus essential micronutrients. The reason why I say plus is maybe there's 70, 77, 84 minerals that we require, but we do get a lot of those minerals. Even we can make particular micronutrients in our physiology too. So essential means the ones that we can't get, that we need to take daily for the rest of your life. And if it's not in our food supply, we need to supplement. There's the Health 44 for you. So our goals at the moment is not ultimate survival, it's longevity. Can longevity be achieved by carnivore, keto, or vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian? Pescatarian. More chance if you understand micronutrients. Okay? So it's all changed. Forget about the ancestral idea, because it was complicated. Ownership laws, the rule of law influenced all that. And now that we have relative security compared to historical comparisons, vegans will be better off. The reason why vegans didn't last much in the past was because, well, even vegan societies ended up into cannibalism. Some of them, the Mayans perhaps, and when there was no more access to animals, we tried to grow stuff. Because we had land, the hordes would invade your land, and then bingo bongo, cannibalism. That's I had a cannibalism in your town episode some time back. So that was none of my episodes get many views, but there are reasons why we had cannibalism, and we tried to include that it was spiritual, not spiritual, appeasing the gods, all that sort of thing. It was just an excuse because those peoples were micronutrient deficient. And the way our micronutrient deficiencies are manifesting in our current environment is chronic disease and earlier death. Our death rate, our life expectancy will be going down because we've sorted out the easy pickings of infant mortality rates. And now our chronic disease will start plummeting our life expectancy. No, it's not the pollutions and the jibby jabs and hormones and mold and this and that. The big elephant in the room is the micronutrient deficiencies that we all will have if we don't supplement. If the mainstream or the allopaths get so much more influence to now eliminate, restrict, or make supplementing illegal, then we're stuffed rightly and fully. I've got some mitigation in place if that ever happens. So if any of this resonates, you'd like some help on your current ills, all my episodes have links. I think I've made my point. The ancestral people, the primal bod account comes to mind on Instagram. We had the Liver King, and we got all these carnivore people spruiking their benefits, and the only benefits they're spruiking is because they've lost weight and they're looking muscular. Let's see how you go if you reach to be an octogenarian or not. And the way carnivores and ketos have taken up their recent health gains in the 40 and 50-year-olds. Let's see if in 30 years they're doing better than my advocacy of supplementation. So yeah, okay, made my point. Hopefully I'll get more than 2.2 regulars. Until the next time, hopefully. Bye-bye.